With its beautiful melodies and elegant, delicate tones, the harp shared a long history with mankind. Recently, harps have been gaining increasing popularity in Asia. It's no longer an instrument that only professionals play, but is being enjoyed by many people. This year marks the 21st anniversary of Harpist Kwak Jung's debut, who's focused to the popularization of the harp. Let's meet her on Heart to Heart. Today we are joined with Korea's most captivating harpist, Kwak Jung. Hello and welcome to Heart. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello. Would you like to say hello to our viewers that are watching?
Sure. Hi, I'm harpist Jung Kwak. It's really nice to be back to my favorite show, Heart to Heart.
Thank you once again for joining us. So you have been on the show before.
Yes.
How many years has it been?
Oh, I don't know. I can't.
Many years
Yes.
ago? Yes. Well, welcome back once again.
Thanks.
And I'm sure you have many more new stories to share with us today on the show. Now, I am aware that until very recently, from March 24th until the 1st of April, you were extremely busy directing two very big and important events.
Yes.
The 2018 Korea International Harp Competition and the 4th Korea Harp Festival, which both ended in great success.
Yes.
So could you first of all begin by telling us about these events?
Oh, sure. Korea International Harp Competition is the one and only international harp competition in Korea. And for the Harp Festival, it started out in 2012, and it was the fourth edition. And this was the first time for the competition and festival to be joined together. And our festival is very unique because it's not only for the harpists or classical music lovers, but amateurs and professionals are playing on one stage. And so it's actually a festival for everyone.
A festival, a very meaningful festival,
Yes.
I assume, yes. So the harp competition just saw its 2nd anniversary.
Yes.
Yes, and the festival was held 4 times as of this year. I'd like to ask about your audience. Have your, audience reactions changed over the years?
I think I'm seeing just a little bit, little change. And actually, we had, especially for, of course, we had world-renowned harpists concerts at Seoul Art Center or serious classical events.
Yes.
But also, we also have our main opening series called Happy Concert with Harpy Day Ensemble, which we actually go to a public place and for amateurs and professionals to be on stage, and the concert goes on over 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And all the audience members, it was packed. This time it was at a library.
Oh.
And after the concert, what we do, we have a harp tasting, wine tasting. So what we do is we invite the audience members to come up and learn how to play the harp for a second. I think over 500 people stayed.
All
and
standing
so that actually took, I think, over an hour and a half after the concert. So I guess it was a fun event for all of us.
Yeah, sounds like it was very, very fun for the audience. Not only fun, but also beautiful performances. I mean, I'm sure I've left great memories.
Welcome everyone to 2018, the 4th Korea Harp Festival, and to the closing gala concert. I'm Jung Kwak, the founder and the artistic director for the Korea Harp Festival.
Now, those that missed the festival this year will have to wait another 2 years because it's a biannual event. So what other activities are scheduled in the meantime?
Because this time we had really great artists, but if you want to see a world-class harpist, in August, we're inviting one of the hottest and most handsome harpists in the world now, Emmanuel Sesson from France. Also with myself and Harpy Day Ensemble, which has been around for now 16 years. We're performing starting from June until the end of the year, and also not only organizing these international events, but also invited to one of the most prestigious international harp competition, which happens in Israel. So I'll be going to Israel as a jury member.
Oh, wow. So. Sounds like you're very, very... I mean, you're doing what you enjoy very much, and it sounds like you have a very, very busy schedule. You did mention something about the Harp Ensemble.
Yes.
So it was actually created in 2002.
Yes.
Harp Ensemble, of course, represents Korea. So could you tell us a bit more about
Yes, the name is Harpy Day Ensemble. Harp Day. So like if you see the Harpy Day Ensemble's concert, then you can actually explore all about harp. And it is actually comprised, I'm the music director, but it is comprised of 5 young, talented, beautiful harpists, and it is one of the best harp ensembles in the world. And not only they perform actively, but they are all national and international prize winners, as well as teachers. Not only they play, but for the Korea International Harp Competition or the Korea Harp Festival, they are the organizers as well. So. We try to keep ourselves very busy.
Now, just out of curiosity, I'm aware that there aren't that many harpists, professional or amateur harpists. I believe there's roughly about 200 professional and amateur harpists in Korea.
Yes.
But that number has grown because, of course, the Harp Ensemble was created in 2002. So has that number of harpists or harp players increased a lot?
A little bit, I think. Yeah, there are a lot more people playing the harp as a hobby. And for the first harp festival, what we did was we had 135 harp ensemble concert at one of the museums, and actually that was like an Asian record of having so many harpists on one stage.
Oh, cool. How did you decide to become a harpist?
Actually, my dream was a medical doctor, but my grandmother always wanted me to learn the harp because my name in Korea, or she didn't call me Jung, but she called me Cheonsa, which is an angel. Yeah, so, she actually recommended, and as soon as I started the harp, I just fell in love with it, and so I've been playing the harp since age 12.
12. And you fell in love with it instantly.
Yes.
That's amazing for a little, you're only, I mean, at age 12, you're little.
Yes.
How many girls or boys would actually fall in love with an instrument? I guess, yeah, those that have become professionals. So what do you think is the most special appeal of the harp? What would you say it is?
I think it's the sound, and also just by the presence. Like the harp is the only instrument, like even before the artist comes out on stage, when the stagehand brings out the harp on stage, then people start clapping and like taking photos. And so everyone is just joyed by just even looking at it, not even before hearing the harp.
I mean, the curved line of the harp is very beautiful. The sounds the harp creates is beautiful as well. It's amazingly beautiful. I mean, unless you're a professional musician, though, I would say that it's not very easy to actually be exposed to the sounds of the harp or even have the chance to actually see a harp up front. But basically what people may think is, okay, if you think about the harp, you think about Greek mythology.
Yes.
It's a string instrument with many, many strings that are plucked with the fingers.
Yes.
And as I said, it's got a very beautiful curved line. So for those of our viewers that are still a bit confused and aren't able to draw a 100% clear picture of the harp and how it's actually played, we have prepared a video for you, so let's take a look at it first.
So this is a concert grand harp, which is the biggest size. It has like 47 strings, and it has 5 parts. This is called a column, the round part. This is neck, the bass, and soundboard. And if you turn around, the round thing is the body. So approximately like 180 centimeters tall. It depends on the harp model, and it weighs between 38 to like 42, 43 kilograms. Many people don't realize that we have pedals, but we have 7 pedals. 3 on the left, 4 on the right, and the pedal actually act as a black key on the piano, and the strings work as like the white key on the piano. So I'll be playing the same string, the red do, the red string. But as I press the pedals up and down, the pitch, the sound changes. It is a string instrument, but it works very uniquely compared to the other instruments.
Now, I heard somewhere that good harp posture kind of allows you to perform or play the harp in an easy, relaxed manner. So I guess it's very crucial. It's crucial to pay attention to, I guess, your alignment, the alignment of your body to the harp. It seems as if you use your whole entire body when you perform or play the harp.
That's true.
Yes.
So like we use a lot of upper arm, but also the harp is heavy. It's not a light instrument, but we balance it with our knees and shoulder. And so there's no strain on your back. Since we use our feet, so like for some pieces has a lot of pedal changes. And so like within 5 minutes, I've had to change pedals like 400 times. And so it's almost like tap dancing. And so harpists are preferred as the animal swan because you look so graceful. Like floating, but like so as playing, you look very graceful. But actually, underneath your dress, harpists actually like very busy, moving your feet.
Yes, I can imagine. Yeah, that's a very good example that you gave. Now, we've collected a couple most asked questions about the harp from our viewers. So we've got 3 for you. So I'd like you to answer with an X or an O. So here they come. Okay. The first one is, all you need is a harp to go to college. No.
X. Nope. Okay. That was true. It when like 50 or 60 years ago, when the harp was first introduced by a late Mr. Kyosuk Lee. So at that time, there was no harpist in Korea. And so like, if you just owned a harp, yes, you could get into a nice university. But these days, sometimes it's even harder to get into a university with a harp rather than get into medical school or law school.
That's not true. Wow. Oh, wow, okay.
But I know my students still hears that comment. Yeah. So.
Yes, that was one of the most asked questions about the harp. Our second question is the harp, is it a difficult instrument to learn? Yes, I would think so, obviously, but yes, please answer.
Actually, I think it is one of the easiest instrument that you can, like for beginners, every concert or the festival, or like sometimes I have a concert and I invite the audience to come up and to learn the harp right on the spot on stage. And actually everyone can play a song or can pluck it and make a beautiful sound. And I think that's like, harp is one of the very few instruments that can do it, because normally like for like violin or even like for flute, I've tried learning it when I was in college, and it took me like 6 months to make a sound.
Oh, really?
It was very hard. But actually for harp, because the beginners or who have never played the harp actually doesn't have any calluses, so they can, when they pluck, it makes a very beautiful tone.
Oh.
So for when I was just starting out, my mom, if she couldn't sleep, she actually called me and, Jung, why don't you play a tune? And I played, and she liked it, and she fell asleep immediately.
Yes, very soothing. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love someone to play the harp
instrument
for me. Yes.
So it is an easy instrument. Once you get into it and get into the details, yes, it's a little bit difficult.
You're making it sound too easy. It has to be difficult. Our last question is it impossible to travel with a harp?
It is not that impossible, but in most cases, like like in the U.S., harpists drive and travel with a harp, and just a female can actually move a harp easily. But like in Korea, because we don't have like big cars, and so we have professional harp movers, and like yes, and for for international concerts, sometime, like I think last time that I moved my harp was like with long time ago with Maestro Zubin Mehta and Israel Phil when I toured in Europe, because it was a very important concert. Yes, I shipped my harp, but normally I just borrow it from a friend or the harp factory. They provide the harps.
So it's not that common to actually travel with your harp or ship your harp?
No, not that.
Oh, that's very interesting.
And if we do have to ship it, then we have to ship it not on a regular plane, but on cargo plane.
Oh.
So I know cellists and double bass players complain because they have to buy a seat, but actually for a harpist, that seems like
a better option.
Better option, yes. I would rather travel with it. Yes.
Possibly a cheaper option even. Okay. Here's another one. Does the harp need to be adjusted or tuned as well?
Yes.
To the player?
So harpist actually, like piano, for piano, there's the piano tuner. For us, we have 47 strings, and harpists tune all the strings. The tuning is a big part of our life.
I see. The harp is often referred to as an instrument of angels. Yes, as you mentioned something about your grandmother calling you 천사, angel. And I understand that since 2009, you have been supporting disabled children from ages like infants to children aged 6. So could you please tell us about this? What got you to start supporting these children or volunteering to help?
I got married late, and then during my pregnancy, I had a severe infection in my ears. And actually 70% of my right side of my face was paralyzed. And I almost lost my hearing too. So for like 3 weeks, I was disabled. And also in the hospital, they did a lot of tests, and they told me during my pregnancy that my child, he's not healthy. And so actually, it really, I was devastated during my entire pregnancy. And, but luckily when he was born, in 2008, he was born very healthy. So that actually changed my life as a human being and also as a musician. And so from 2009, I've been going to one of the orphanage for the disabled children in 한사랑 장애영화원 from the Child Fund. I just fell in love with them. And so every Christmas concert, we have a series called Sharing Love. And this year it will be my 8th season. And we donate the entire amount of all the profit to the for these children. And every couple months with my Harpy Day Ensemble and my students and my family and even my son from age 5, we've been going to the orphanage and actually to volunteer as a worker, and so to take care of the children. And so, and I fell in love. They are my second. My students are my second child, but also all the children at 한사랑 장애영화원 is my third children. Yes.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I mean, I can imagine the big smiles that you put on their faces each and every time. Well, thanks to you and all of your efforts and energy you put into, I guess, helping others and helping to soothe others' hearts. And also performing. I mean, you are definitely working to, I guess, give more and more opportunities for people to learn more about the harp.
Yes,
they are becoming more familiar with the instrument and the sounds of the instrument. But what would you say is the key element in popularizing the harp?
I think we need a start. Like for figure skating, I think because of Yeona Kim, it got very popular. And so that's one of the reasons that I'm hosting the Korean International Harp Competition, is to encourage the young Korean harpists, try to be in the more international scene. So hopefully, right now, the Korean harpists are doing very well in a lot of the international harp competitions. And so it's one of my Harpy Day Ensemble, the youngest member, she's winning all the international competition prizes, Sehee Hwang. And so I think we need to discover more and encourage more young stars in order to have the make the harp a little bit popular, and also for myself, for Harpy Day Ensemble, or any harpist, to perform as many places as possible, so a lot of people can be exposed to the instrument. But I think actually once anybody who sees it just falls in love with it. And there are a lot of, actually a lot of harp sound surrounding us, but we don't realize it. Like in the animation or TV or movies, like whenever there is like a romantic scene or like an angelic scene, there is a harp sound. So like once you've you know about the harp, then people, even my son, who is just 10 years old, is like, oh, that's a harp.
Yeah.
He can catch it. So.
The next time I listen to music or even just watch a drama, I'll try to hear the sound or find the sound of the harp. And lastly, I'd like to ask about what you hope to express through the harp and about your dreams you hope to fulfill in the future.
My dream is, because harp is one of the oldest instruments, and I think it's one of the most beautiful instruments. So I want everyone, a lot of people, to enjoy it and also to get familiar with the instrument, not only for just the classic music lovers or harpists, but for the general public. So like my dream is if I ask someone walking down the street oh, do you know how many harp strings there are and how many harp pedals? And people say, without a doubt, it's like, oh yeah, 47 strings and 7 pedals. Because we all know like piano has 88 keys. And so that is my dream, to share my love and joy for harp with everyone in the world.
I'm sure that's already started. People now know, a lot more people know by watching a program how many strings there are and how many pedals there are to a harp. And I'm sure that many of your viewers have already fallen in love with the harp thanks to you. I'd like to thank you once again for joining us today despite your very, very busy schedule. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.